it's Leslie Meredith with Breakbulk Events and Media. I'm here in Houston with Mette, has come all the way from Sweden. Her company, Kalmar Global, has just presented in our Tech and Innovation Hub. So we're going to hear all about that. Welcome.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
So I know you had a very long title on that, so we're going to call it EcoEfficiency. Is that right? So tell us what that is.
Well, eco-efficiency is all about being green. It's about optimizing or limiting the damage to the climate of what we do in our industry. And from the mobile equipment side, it has to do with fuel. So emissions from fuel, both the particles, but mainly CO2. So fuel reduction either on traditional diesel drivelines or going all electrical.
And so how has Kalmar adopted these green strategies?
Actually, we promised a few years ago that by 2021, our complete range of mobile equipment, so terminal tractors, forklifts, empty container handlers, and reach stackers, we will have as electrical equipment. And we have almost reached that goal.
I was going to say, are you going to make it?
Yeah, we're going to make it. We're going to make it. Only one left is the reach stacker. It's the biggest and the machine doing the heaviest lifting. So that will require some more development, obviously. But the prototype is being worked on. So we're going to get there. But electrical is one thing. And it will take a while until there will be a lot of electrical equipment in the market, or electrically powered equipment in the market. So what do we do until then to already start reducing fuel consumption and CO2 emissions now? So I just presented the Kalmar Eco Reach Stacker. It's diesel driven, but we've developed a driveline that will reduce fuel consumption by up to 40%.
Oh, that's quite a bit.
And as 1 gallon of diesel becomes 22.5 pounds of CO2, every gallon saved will have a big impact on the environment.
That's very interesting. It seems to parallel the development in cars, just consumer cars.
Yep, it's the same. But it's not a hybrid like you see in passenger cars, but still you see a substantial fuel reduction. And we need that something to bridge the gap until the electrical equipment is fully up and running and has the sort of gets to the tipping point in the market saturation, and that's the standard. We're a long way away from that.
Right, and people have invested so much already in their diesel-powered equipment, right? So that must have a life, and then they'll replace over time. How long do you think that process will take? Obviously, it will vary, but generally speaking.
Difficult to say because there's so many aspects of it. Batteries are still being developed and more development is to come. It's also infrastructure. Is there enough grid capacity for everyone to go electrical, especially on big machines like reach stackers and heavy forklifts and stuff like that? So as I mentioned in the speech or in the presentation, a major Swedish city recently had to pretty much dig up all the streets to increase capacity in the electrical grid because there's not enough. And I'm getting letters at home for my electrical bill saying, we're sorry, but we're going to raise prices in the coming years because we have to increase the grid. So there's both the grid.
Everything is so connected.
It is. So there are so many factors affecting this, and it's costly. So it will take a while. So that's why we're being so innovative on how can we do better with the diesels, because they will be around for many years. But still, that doesn't mean we can't work on them and also work on the electrical.
Right, absolutely. Now, is that something you can adapt to a current piece of equipment, or is it only the sort of interim solution? Is that only available in a new piece of equipment?
It's only available in a new equipment. The whole driveline and everything is so connected. You can't do a refurbishment or a retrofit. So.
Right.
Yeah.
Not like putting scrubbers on a ship.
No, unfortunately not. Unfortunately not. But we see customers who want to adapt, and they make the swap earlier. They maybe keep the current equipment a year shorter to go over to the greener technology. And the requirements on CO2 emissions are also increasing. So there will be a need to. It's still only we want to, and we are green, and we have a green profile, but soon it will be we have to.
All right. Well, that is fascinating, and we'll look forward to a cleaner future.
I sure hope so.
So thanks so much for talking with us.